Another keyword coming pretty quick, about 5 minutes. Next chance for you to grab $1,000 courtesy of the Buzzard Bookie this week and next are going to be your last 2 weeks to do just that, although you got about a dozen chances every single day. So if you have thus far struck out with getting some of this money, you got plenty of chances over the next couple of weeks to do it. So about 30 past every hour here on the program, you'll be getting another shot at that money. The Pittsburgh Pirates ended up being reliable in that they are the perfect team to break the Guardians' losing streak. The final yesterday at PNC Park, 11-0. Guardians over the Bucks. They will play them again tonight, 7 o'clock, and then a businessman's special tomorrow before the Guardians come back home and host the Phillies Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That Saturday game is sold out.
Sunday is too,
tip
almost.
to taint. Yep. I think they might have some cheap seats available for the Friday night game. Saturday is the fireworks and the Stephen Kwan bobblehead and the whole bit. But Guardians baseball tonight against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Right over to Clementi Bridge there. 7:05 tonight on MMS. I had something happen to me last night that I don't ever recall happening in my life.
You ate an entire bagel?
Como se dice heartburn? You ever had heartburn, Bill?
Oh, yeah.
I don't think that I've ever had that. And assuming that's what it was. I don't know what would have caused it.
Did it feel like your esophagus, or not your esophagus?
My chest.
Yeah, your chest. You just feel a lot of pain in there and just kind of burny.
Well, I had gone.
Heartburn.
I'd gone to bed around 10.
Mm-hmm.
Put the little one to bed. Gone to bed around 10.
What'd you eat?
That's the thing. Nothing weird. Some chicken, some cabbage, some peppers.
What kind of
What kind of
sauces?
pepper?
Nothing
or-
spicy.
Doesn't have to
Did
be
you have
spicy.
55 peppers?
It can be.
Did I what?
55 peppers.
55 peppers, 55 tots.
It can be
155
acidic.
times.
That'll happen to me
Yeah.
sometimes when I eat like red tomato, like spaghetti sauce.
That's what gets me more than anything is red sauce.
Yeah.
But there was nothing like that.
Okay.
It was chicken.
What was on the chicken?
I'd have to ask Gwen, but it was nothing that felt spicy or acidic or anything like that.
Just seasoning.
Just seasoned, and some yellow and orange peppers, grilled peppers. Anyway, I love spicy food. It was never because that's
But it's not really spicy food that gives me heartburn. It is more like the acidic things.
Yeah.
That's really what causes it for me. And sometimes it's something you ate earlier in the day, but it also maybe you just
Your body's shutting down.
But
dude.
tomatoes
Yeah,
aren't
there's
acidic, are they?
Yes,
Yeah.
they are.
Tomatoes?
Yes. It's not like vitamin C acidic like citrus fruits,
Yeah.
but there's a lot of acid in tomatoes.
Okay.
You know what does it for me? One of the worst things is ginger, like ginger beers, or when you eat the sides of ginger, any of those roots, ginger, horseradish, wasabi.
Well, but those are very spicy.
Ginger's not really spicy.
Well, but you know what I mean. Like it makes your nose feel like it's on fire.
Well,
I mean,
I stopped drinking ginger beer and I stopped eating the sides of it with, sushi and stuff
wasabi
like that.
and things like that.
Horseradish. I've never liked the taste of horseradish, but all three of those things give me really bad heartburn.
I do know that if you're having a glass of Verner's, you can't inhale through your nose or you'll continue to cough.
Verner's is trash.
Verner's is dynamite.
Verner's is trash.
You ever have a Boston creamer? Is that what it's
Boston
called?
Cooler.
Boston Cooler.
Now, I did have a Boston Creamer in college, and that had nothing to do with beverages, but you're talking about a Boston Cooler, and they are delicious.
What is that?
It doesn't matter, Mary.
You don't like Verner's?
If you think Verner's is trash,
It is.
it doesn't matter.
Basically a root beer float with Verner's.
Oh. Well, because Verner's is ginger
Put some
soda.
booze in that.
So what?
So it's
delicious.
not ginger ale. It's sweet. It tastes like pop. When I want ginger ale, I want Canada Dry.
Nerd alert!
There's a difference.
First of all, the very fact that you know it's ginger soda means they're not trying to pull a fast one on you.
Right.
I like Verner's.
Well, I had never had Verner's until I went to school in Toledo. And because it's a Michigan thing and
Yeah.
Toledo's so close,
Boston Cooler is a classic Detroit drink.
one time I was sick and I went to the gas station to get some ginger ale and they only had Verner's. And I was like, oh, this must be ginger ale. And I was furious when I got home that it was
You were
not
even madder that they were all out of cotton candy Faygo.
correct.
Well, anyway, so I lied there last night, and I'm not going to get out of bed. I'm shifting. I'm feeling very shifty. I'm like, well, maybe if I lie on my side or blah, blah, blah. Nothing. I end up getting up. At like 11 o'clock, going downstairs, watching a movie, and going back upstairs.
What movie?
I watched Prey. It's been out for a minute.
That's the Predator one with the
Predator
chick.
one with Amber Goodthunder, the Native
it came out,
American
last
actress.
year, right?
It's been out for a minute. Yep.
I watched that.
I think I was about 10 minutes into it and picked it up from there. It was very entertaining. I had heard people talking about how great it was, but I thought it was just going to be 90 minutes of her and the Predator, and I was like, I don't know about that. It was dynamite. Very good.
Brian loves the Predator movies, and I asked him, I was like, do they all connect? Like, would I be able to watch this one without having ever seen them? And he was like, yeah, they stand alone. Like, you don't have to start at the beginning. And I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really fun.
I'll have to give that a watch.
I think they're very hot and cold, all of them, because they keep trying to kind of retcon those movies. They did one about 10 years ago, Predators, where it was like Adrian Brody and Topher Grace, where they put them on a planet.
Mm-hmm.
That one was entertaining.
I
was
like
okay.
that one.
Yeah.
The ones that really didn't do great were the Alien versus Predator, which
I like those.
I like the first Alien versus Predator. Requiem wasn't as good to me, but it was still fun. But I think they're all pretty good, and I think Predator 2 does not get its flowers.
Nah.
Like Predator 2 with Danny Glover.
Gary Busey and Danny Glover
is a fun movie. And I think people were just bummed that it wasn't Arnold Schwarzenegger again, but he dies. So it can't be him.
Well, in this Prey...
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, I was going to say, in this Prey movie, they even use the line, if it bleeds, we can kill it.
Or does he not die? No, he doesn't die.
He doesn't die.
He doesn't die.
He's the lone survivor.
He's the lone survivor.
Everybody else dies in Predator.
So when we were watching it, I was enjoying it, but we had to pause it like toward the end. And I asked Brian, I was like, here's what I don't understand about these types of movies. I was like, this thing has no motive. I was like, what is the motive? Usually you come to kill things so you can be in power or so that you can have money or sex. I was like, this Predator thing doesn't have any motive.
Oh, you didn't see the mid-credit scene where it's having sex?
No, I did not. Well, Brian was like, well, Mary, it's named Predator. Like the whole point, it just kills for sport. That's what it does.
It's an intergalactic hunter. It's just looking for prey.
Yeah.
And I was like, but that's stupid.
They travel to other planets for trophy hunting.
Well, and that's what he was trying to explain. He's like, you're thinking way too much into this. Just enjoy the fact that it wants to kill. And I was like, men are so easy. Like you guys are just like, it's bloody. It was going to kill people.
We don't get credit for how simple we are.
You are so easily entertained.
But you guys always want there to be some deeper meaning when we're like, well, how do you feel right now? Okay. And that means okay.
Yeah.
Like, well, are you sad right now? No.
No, I feel fine.
I'm fine. Maybe a little hungry. That's all. Do you want to have sex? Okay. Like that's.
Yeah, he was explaining to me that he's like, dude, just stop. Stop trying to assign motive and feelings to Predator. He just wants to kill. That's all he wants to do.
But this latest one called Prey is so light on dialogue because obviously the main character is Cherokee. There's a sequence where they run into some French trappers. I mean, obviously, this is like the 1600s or whatever, and they're all speaking in French. And after the movie, I was like, I wonder how that movie was written. Like, how do you write a movie like that? Because it's a lot of fight scenes. Right.
Throws punch, misses.
A lot of brackets.
Hits. Yeah.
The Predators are a hunter society.
Right.
And so they travel the galaxy looking for prey.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
The female prisoner also survives in the original Predator, I'm being told.
That's right.
The one he yells, "Get to the chopper," to.
That's really good.
That's
very good Arnold right there.
Get to the chopper. Isn't that my Arnold?
Yeah.
I nailed it, right?
He's from Jamaica.
That is number 672 of 1,000.
I'm going to see Oppenheimer tonight.
Oh, God. When you text that you had an extra ticket.
Don't go see your stupid
no.
Dancy Boy show.
Dancy Boys.
Yeah.
They were going to call Oppenheimer originally Fallout Boy.
Kind of works.
But they decided not to do that.
I want to see that movie. I watched the trailer for it.
What's it about?
Oh, good for you.
Shut up, Poundcake. This guy, he didn't know. Yeah, what do you think? We talked about this last week.
Okay, that was
what do you
last
think
week.
Oppenheimer? That was last week. I don't remember anything that happened last week.
don't.
Actually, I'm with you. I can't remember what I did yesterday.
But you know what Oppenheimer's about.
He does not. I'm going to give
All
you
right.
a. I'm going to give you a.
talked about
I'm
it.
going to give you a chance to think. I'm going to give everybody else a shot at $1,000 from the Buzzard Bookie. Good luck.
This is your chance to bet with the Buzzard Bookie and win $1,000 now. Enter this nationwide keyword at WMMS.com. Bills. That's bills. Enter it now at WMMS.com.
So we did talk about the movie Oppenheimer because a lot of people are buying tickets for the Barbie movie and for Oppenheimer because they're both probably couldn't be more different, obviously, and they're both opening on Friday. Barbie's not also an IMAX movie, correct?
I don't think
I think
so.
Oppenheimer is
so.
obviously because it's so grand in scale and tackles such a huge topic. But Poundcake, we talked about this briefly. Who do you think that Robert Oppenheimer is? I mean, we already told you, but since you don't remember, it's like we're starting over.
I don't remember. But did he do something with World War II? It's not like the Imitation Game?
He did do something with World War II, yes.
I don't know.
J. Robert Oppenheimer. You never heard that they called him the father of the atomic bomb?
Oh, so he helped create the...
Or the Manhattan Project. You ever heard of the Manhattan Project?
Probably.
There was a
but I
big
don't
blue guy walking around the moon with a giant dong.
And it's not a sequel to a J-Lo movie.
Made in Manhattan 2, the Manhattan Project. J. Robert Oppenheimer was Jingleheimer Schmidt. His name is my name too.
What's the J stand for?
Julius.
Oh, I was going to say, if it was James, if he was Jim Bob Oppenheimer.
Dr. Oppenheimer, yes? What can I do you for?
I'm Jim Bob
I'm
Oppenheimer.
Jim Bob Oppenheimer. Why don't you pull up a stump and let's get talking about nuclear fusion?
I'll make the biggest bomb there ever was.
You know, when I was at the University of Göttingen in Germany, we got to talk a lot about our approximations for wave functions.
Mom always said if you want to split an atom, all you got to do is think real hard.
That's right. Is the cat in the box or is it not in the box? We don't know until it's observed. Anyway, the movie, based on his development and all the people around development of the atomic bomb, is called Oppenheimer, Poundcake, and it's out everywhere. Big deal. The latest Christopher Nolan joint.
Usually movies like that, I don't really like because I think they're really boring. But I went on a
It's
date one time.
chock full of skeleton-faced white boys, though.
Yeah.
I
Love
know.
that Cillian Murphy boy.
Yeah.
You're going to fall in love with this cat.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Did you see the meme of him with it was the main character from the movie Ants with one of the Cillian Murphy hats on?
No.
And it looks
Just like him.
exactly like him. Yes. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it.
Well, I was reading an article with Matt Damon because he plays, what's his name, the military guy in the movie. And he was talking about how he and his wife had been in couples therapy because she wanted him to really reel back the acting and the working. And he said, okay, he goes, the compromise we made was that I'll retire briefly unless Christopher Nolan calls me. And he goes, and it was, I wasn't on anyone's radar. It was completely out of the blue. And then Chris Nolan called him and said, hey, want to be, because Christopher Nolan apparently just calls people he wants in his movie
Yeah.
and says, do you want to be in this movie? And so he's got Emily Blunt and he's got Robert Downey Jr., who said this was the best movie he'd ever worked on. And Robert Downey Jr., you might recall, been in a couple of movies.
Oh,
He's
it's
in Chaplin.
Killian, not Cillian.
Yeah, it's
Cillian
Cillian,
Murphy.
yeah.
Cillian Murphy.
Okay, I sent the picture to the group chat. It was on Twitter, and it's the lead character of Ants with one of his stupid hats on. And I'm like, oh my God, I hate how much this looks just like.
Yeah, I went on a date one time and the guy wanted to take me to see Imitation Game. And I was like, I don't want to see that stupid movie. And
You don't like history at all?
I do. I love history, just not.
That was
I
the
like-
Alan Turing movie?
I
Yeah.
like documentaries. I don't like.
I always
seeing-
confuse that with A Beautiful Mind, but Imitation Game was the Alan Turing.
Yeah.
Because he was a closeted gay man,
and he
right?
solved Enigma. Yeah.
Right.
Can I ask a very stupid question?
That's my favorite kind around here.
Cillian Murphy has obviously had work done.
No, he's very smooth. He's looked that way his entire
Are you
adult
messing
life.
with me?
No, he's a smooth, pale Irishman.
Because, well, the way that his cheekbones and his lips look.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
but
what
look at
people-
him.
He's a
Look at
very
him
striking.
20 years ago, he looked the same.
Yeah. In 28 Days Later, he looked exactly the same.
Because he has such, like, defined cheekbones and his lips are puffy and
Yep.
perfect. And
Puffy and perfect.
he's hot, dude. He's a good-looking guy. He
Yep.
does not look... I guess he kind of does. Okay.
That was Mary's nickname in college.
I feel like he
Go
is.
Mud Hens.
Do You don't want to correct him today? Okay.
I don't care. I'm too excited about
She
Fall
is
Out Boy.
on cloud 9 for Fall Out Boy.
You guys can't ruin my
Today
day.
is the day
Keep
that we should
trying.
really take our shots
Really?
because she's going to be going pew, 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 pew. She's going to be,
I'm
nothing's going to
deflecting
stick. Deflecting left
with
and right.
my Wonder Woman bracelets.
Yup.
If I had them.
Yeah, Cillian Murphy, he's one of those guys that, like, in certain angles, he looks like an attractive, handsome dude, but then you see him in other, like the one that you sent to the group chat where he looks like that, the bug.
Yeah.
And he looks very bug-like. So I don't know if I'd call bug face hot.
Well, so I got turned on to him because Brian kept falling asleep to Peaky Blinders, which was a show I had.
Boy, I keep trying to get into that show. And
It's
for
long.
whatever reason, I just can't get into it.
Well, Brian was like trying, but he falls asleep 10 minutes into anything. So he'd
Guys
fall
watch
asleep.
10-minute shows.
Yeah, I know. He falls asleep, and then I'll come into the back room to read or be on my phone or something. Then a show's on, and then I get sucked into it. The one I ended up watching like 4 episodes in a row of Peaky Blinders. I'm like, man, this is annoying because now I got to go back and start at the beginning because he's in like season 4. But yeah, he's a good-looking dude.
Good looking guy.
But
Our,
yeah,
our families are from the same place.
IMAX Oppenheimer tonight. I got an extra ticket, Alan, if you want to go.
No thanks.
It's only 3 hours long. I know you like a
Is it
long
really?
movie. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
You
Honey,
sure-
I know
sure you
I've
don't
been
wanna
at work
skip-
all day long. I'm going to go see a 3-hour movie.
Hey, you went to a 3-hour movie last week.
She was out of town.
You can just pretend she's out.
That's how that worked. And that was a 10:40 movie.
Right.
Yeah.
This is a
This
7 o'clock
morning.
movie. So,
Yeah. It's a,
so you'll be home by 10 o'clock.
nope. Not
Well,
going to
a little
work.
after 10 o'clock.
Not going to work. But thank
Poundcake,
you.
do you want to see
I appreciate it.
Oppenheimer?
He doesn't know what it
Going to
is.
Orange Theory tonight. Can't.
Ooh,
Got to get his
sorry.
splat points up.
Splat, splat.
Get all them splat points, son. All right. Well, then, there you go. It's Poundcake working out.
I'll find someone. I'll find a grateful friend.
Poundcake when he's, where's Poundcake when he is rubbing his sore muscles? I know I've got that somewhere, don't I?
That's me rubbing my sore muscles.
no.
You have Cody. Yes. It's a whale.
All right, I've got to take a break. If you want to get a text in for something, 35192 to get me there, and we'll be back.
The Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS. And everywhere you go on our free iHeartRadio app.
Buzzard.